Tonight, the Rosenberg Report takes a closer look at the most powerful yet least known man in Israel. Born on November 5th, 1963, in Tel Aviv, Yair Lapid is the son of a Holocaust survivor. His father, Tommy, escaped the Nazis in Yugoslavia, moved to Israel, married, raised a family, became a journalist, and then launched a centrist political party, Shinui, Hebrew for change. His mother, Shulamit, is a sabra and a novelist. She was born in Tel Aviv, and Yair is an eclectic mix of the two. He started his career in journalism, first in the IDF, then in Tel Aviv, finally as host of a weekly news and interview program, the highest rated in the country. Married with 3 children, one of whom has special needs, Lapid then became a novelist, writing 12 best-selling books, including thrillers. He's written songs that have reached the top of the Israeli charts, even acted in a movie. But in 2012, Lapid launched his own centrist political reform party called Yesh Atid, Hebrew for There Is a Future, which quickly won 19 seats, making it the second biggest party in the Knesset. Netanyahu invited Lapid to join his government as finance minister. Lapid agreed, but after just a few years, the relationship didn't just sour, it went rancid. I first met Lapid after he'd become opposition leader. We disagree on various issues, but we built a friendship, and I've been praying for him and his family ever since. And when I launched All Israel News, Lapid was the first Knesset member that I interviewed. Now that he's prime minister, I think our conversation provides a window into Lapid's vision and values. I asked him if he supported the Abraham Accords with the United Arab Emirates, even though it was Netanyahu who had just brokered the deal.
I feel that this kind of agreements will well do. I think this is something that will do a world of good to the people of Israel, to the people of the Emirates, to the economy of both countries. There are so many things we can work together with. Discussing the COVID-19 period, but also on daily basis. Israel, as you know, is a very innovative country. The Emirates has a smart way of investing, so we can do a lot of things together.
This is vintage Lapid, positing himself as the friendlier, more generous alternative to Netanyahu, and insisting that Israel needs to heal from 15 years of division and incitement caused by Bibi's incendiary rhetoric. Though Bahrain, Morocco, and Sudan had not yet made peace with Israel when I was interviewing him, I asked Lapid if he believed the Abraham Accords would make peace with the Palestinians more likely or less.
People think that if we have made a peace agreement with the Emirates, and hopefully an agreement with Bahrain will follow, maybe other countries, hopefully Saudi Arabia down the road, then people will feel, okay, there's no need to do anything on the Palestinian front. I happen to think the opposite. I think, who do you listen more to, your friends or your foes? I think that now countries that has become our friends, like the Emirates, with leaders who are as smart as MBZ, is somebody you want to listen to. And somebody that can be very helpful in any future negotiation we might have or not with the Palestinians. So it might be even a good thing in terms of going forward with the Palestinians, but the move itself is fantastic.
Lapid supports creation of a demilitarized Palestinian state. Netanyahu accuses Lapid of being weak on security, warning he'll, quote, soon establish a Palestinian state, endangering our existence, unquote. But Netanyahu himself supported a demilitarized Palestinian state back in 2009, and Bibi did so again in 2020, supporting President Trump's deal of the century. Lapid argues his approach is no different from Netanyahu.
It doesn't matter whether Netanyahu is prime minister or I am prime minister. Israel will say, no way on earth. The Jordan Valley is not part of Israel. Ariel is part of Israel. Ma'ale Adomim part of Israel. Gush Etzion part of Israel. All those historic pieces, pieces of land, which are also essential to our security. But this can be part of this can be, we can get this as part of some sort of a negotiation and some sort of an agreement, which I think is important. We have no interest in ruling 2.9 Palestinians in Judea and Samaria, and we need to separate from them. This is an Israeli interest. I mean, moving forward to separation from the Palestinians under the two-state solution is not something we need to give the world or the Palestinian or the Arab League or anyone as a gift. It's an Israeli interest. We want to separate. We don't want to rule them forever. I don't want my grandchildren to still be in, I don't know, Nablus, because they have no business there. So, and I say this with, of course, some sort of sorrow. Some of those areas are the biblical Israel, but I'm also a realist, and as a realist, I understand there are 2 million Palestinians in Gaza, there are 2.9 million Palestinians in the West Bank. There are about 1,000,000.5, Arab Israelis. This means that between the sea and the Jordan River, there is no Jewish majority. It's about half and half. So we need to separate from them. And during this separation, or if the separation will be conducted the way it should be, we will have, we'll have our sovereignty over those parts of historical biblical Israel that we've discussed, but not before and not in a unilateral manner.
Will Yair Lapid remain prime minister? We'll know soon enough. Stay tuned.